What's up? Alright, I want to compare today, again, the same game from two regions. This is the Sega Genesis version, obviously, as you can see. Final Zone. And the Japanese name for that is FZ or FZ, depending on where you're from. Senki Akshisu, or Axis. Okay, same game, different name. And obviously very different art on the box. What do you think? Well, okay, let me tell you a little bit about the game. It's not a love story. I mean, it might be, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Because you're just walking around shooting stuff. It's a shooter, basically, kind of an isometric shooter where you walk around in this mech and you combine all these different weapons, and it's very customizable. Right, so let's just look at the front artwork. This is one of those somewhat rare cases where the American artwork, to my mind, is far superior to the Japanese. There are some times where it's debatable. In many cases, I would say the majority of the cases, the Japanese is better, the artwork on the case. This is not one of those cases, I reckon. You've got a blonde chick and a dude who looks like he was in a boy band and then they gave him a gun. And then something that looks like it might be a mech, but it's just kind of there. Yeah, I don't know. I like the full cover as well on this, and how it's just, yeah, it looks awesome, actually, I think. This one, not so much. What's up with this white border? Like, why is that there? It looks like one of those budget titles that they try to sell 5 years after it came out for a lower price so they can make more money off of it. I don't approve of this. Alright, next, onto the spine. Yeah, gonna go with the Genesis version again, I think that looks a lot better. I don't have a PAL one, so I can't compare that. Okay, now the back. Okay, well, at least you get a big piece of art on this one, but it's a little bit nondescript. I need a little bit more visual context, if that makes sense. You get a little description of the game, and then 3 shots of gameplay. Which, I mean, those are fine. Those are going to be the same either way. I guess I really don't like this beige theme they've got going. Here, you don't have the art, so that's kind of a point against it, but you've got 4 screenshots. And, yeah, the overall, I don't know, the back maybe I could say is a tie, except I'm very anti this beige. But the front cover art is just so much better, I think, for this one. If you disagree, that's cool, but... Right, let's take a look inside. Do the Japanese one first. Okay, and, yeah. So you've got the same picture on all 3 things. And then what do we have here for the American one? Oh, come on. Wow. Oh, please. It just says the name of the game. Well, at least it's something different. But as far as the cartridges go, I'll definitely give this one to the Japanese one, because at least it has some kind of art on it. This is just black and it says Final Zone. What the heck? Weak. Yeah, definitely I'll take the Japanese one when it comes to the cartridge appearance. And then the manual for both games is basically the same as the case. So the front of the manual is going to win, and then once you open it, that's it. It's going to suck. Although that is kind of a cool little picture. Black and white as it may be. Yep. This is where the Japanese games really shine, because they have these color manuals that even if you can't read them, you just want the color. It looks so much nicer. Again, but it's the same picture over and over again, you know? Okay. Very similar manual, and to be honest, there isn't a ton of color artwork in here. There's Howard Bowie. It does say the Final Zone series in here, so they just, let's see here. It is FZ. Hold on. FZ Senki. The FZ stands for Final Zone. So, I don't know. I like a simpler title. It's too much to remember. This diagram is nice, to kind of showing you how to combine your weapons and stuff, because that's a big part of this game. And then here's some more screenshots. Yeah, once again, just these Japanese manuals and their color, so nice. But as far as the rest of the, well, and the cartridge looks nicer. But overall, like on the shelf or when you pull it out, this just looks so much better, the American one. So, anyway, that's what they look like side by side and on the shelf. Good game if you've never tried it. Maybe give it a whirl on the emulator or pick it up. I don't think it's that expensive. I don't think I paid too much for it. Not a traditional shmup, but it's definitely a shooter, if that makes sense. So, just wanted to show those, and I think the next one will be the Zelda Classic Collection for the Nintendo GameCube, the Japanese and American version, so stay tuned for that. Bye-bye.